friends, Chris here from Chef Wannabe's Life. Today I want to just share a life update with you. There's been a lot going on for actually an entire year, and it's just something that I want to share with you now. The last month has been the worst, but let me tell you what's been going on. So this is just a life update for you, and kind of just one of my kind of mental health updates and some other things. So about a year ago, I fell into a very bad bipolar depression. I still am fighting it. I had some meds changed and such, so it's been better for the last 6 months, I would say. But in the last 6 months, my dad's health has been declining, and he went home to be with Jesus on New Year's Eve, and so that's been really tough. My dad was an amazing man, and he is now with my mom in heaven, and I couldn't be happier about that. But I'm sad for me and for my siblings and for the many, many friends and people he's touched who have just come out of the woodwork with stories of things that he did to touch their lives. It's kind of been amazing. January 5th was the day we had his funeral, just before all of this snow we've gotten and this Arctic cold and such. So anyway, that's what has been going on. We put him on hospice, I believe, in August, and the week or two before New Year's Eve is when he really started to decline quickly. And he was surrounded by most of his children who could make it. We kind of just had a couple hours notice that we had a couple hours left, and there was just no way if you could get there. So that has been going on, and actually I'm doing pretty well considering. It's very strange to not have any parents living. I don't sometimes know how to kind of even grasp that, but you know, like I said, I know where he's at, and so that brings me serious, consolation. But as far as this depression, it was very bad for about 2 months. I don't know what started it back in last early February, late January. I don't know what triggered it. I don't know if it's just part of, being bipolar. I had experienced short bouts of depression before, but never as severe and as life-altering as this year has been. It's just one day I woke up, it was a super, super rainy day, and I laid on my couch, literally unable to function, crying all day. And I knew that this wasn't just a day of sadness. I knew that it was more than that almost immediately. And I went for 2 months without cooking a meal. Not so much as a grilled cheese sandwich. I couldn't. And I remember the first meal I cooked after this started was St. Patrick's Day. I put a corned beef and all the trimmings in the crock pot. but I'm almost afraid to do that this year because I'm afraid it's going to like trigger something. And so yeah, it was the strangest thing how it all happened. And so I've been fighting that for a year. I think that I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know what started it. I don't know. I never get depressed to the point of feeling like, I don't think I can say the word, but to end things. But it's just numbing. It's just numbing to me and my feelings. And I didn't want to talk about it. Um, I talked to one of my sisters about it whenever I felt like I needed to. I was also going to therapy at the time, and I just kept canceling appointment after appointment. And it's never, I've never had this happen before. And I hope that it never happens again. I have noticed we've got like 12 inches of snow and it drifted, and there's huge drifts, and we were in the house for like 4 or 5 days unable to get out. Normally that would have affected me so negatively, and it hasn't this time. So I'm hoping that that is over with. I'm just praying for spring already. I'm going to turn 50 next month, and that has me just befugled. I feel like I'm 25 and I don't know how to handle being almost 50 years old. I don't know how to handle that at all. So there's so many things. I mean, I know that everybody deals with things in their lives, but it has really affected my YouTube and my blogging and all of that kind of stuff. Thank you to those who continue to watch my videos and comment on them and like them and share them. I appreciate you. I really do hope to get to a more regular schedule. I just mentally haven't been able to, honestly. It's not that I don't want to. I absolutely love it. And I love the whole process. I love sharing. I love editing. I love all of it. And I try to mostly get back to all of your comments. And it's not like my channel's so big I can't. Let's be real. But anyway, that's kind of what's been going on in life. And yesterday was 2 weeks since my dad passed away, and I'm doing surprisingly well. He deserved to be in heaven, and I'm glad that he and Jesus made that decision when they did. It was a hard last 24 hours with him as he struggled, but he's just so missed. His humor, his kindness, his humor. He never lost his humor, no matter how inappropriate it may have been from time to time. But he spent his last months at the Eastern Nebraska VA home for veterans, which that place is a godsend. It's amazing. It was amazing. They were amazing to him. They were amazing to us. And I know that he's missed there too. So Anyway, that's enough rambling. It's just kind of the short story of the last year. And I just never felt like sharing it because when something bad happens like this depression, I don't want to talk about it. It's the last thing I wanted to talk about. But I felt like I owed you guys an explanation of the sporadic last year. Sporadic uploads, sporadic blog posts. Um, I have a cookie recipe that I'm going to share with you that I filmed weeks before Christmas, but I'm going to go ahead and share it anyway. And then a dip, an amazing dip recipe that actually was my husband's recipe out of desperation. And it was amazing. So we made it a couple more times and I decided to share it with you. So I hope you don't mind that I share a Christmas cookie recipe. It can be used anytime. And then this dip recipe. And so I'll get those up for you hopefully this week. And then hopefully I'll be seeing more of you and hearing from you and all of those fun things. I really love and appreciate the community that we have built on YouTube, and I don't take it for granted. So, rest in peace, Dad. I love you. I'm going to include a couple of photos of him here just because I want to. And I will see you in my next video. In the meantime, do not forget to eat good food. Bye, everybody. Mwah.